Things like that. Welcome back to another episode, nigga. And we about to get into some shit. Apparently it's another daily party out in Cali. Fuck is you talking about? We finna react to this shit. It's a Denver Lane blood. The bitch name say girl mad, but these gang names is confusing, bro. Y'all name yourself any fucking thing.
Welcome to Hood Politics. In this episode, I will be discussing the story of Dominique Moore, also known as Girl Mad, from the Denver Lane Bloods. The facts of the case are as follows. On the night of Friday, September 24th, 2021, there was a birthday party taking place in the Hacienda Village Projects in Watts. Among the attendees was a woman named Dominique Moore and her friends, Christian and Precious. The three had gone to the party together, and by all accounts, the night was going well. People were talking, dancing to the music, and having drinks. By midnight, Precious had had too much to drink and started arguing with others at the party. Dominique wanted to leave because she was irritated with Precious and embarrassed by her behavior. She and Christian tried to calm Precious down, but she continued yelling and cursing at people. Dominique told her to go to the car multiple times, but she refused. A few minutes later, a man from the party approached Precious and told her that she was being disrespectful and had to leave. And she replied, "For what? It's good. Ain't nothing going on." The man told her to leave again and started pushing her. Dominique and Christian pulled Precious away and the three started walking to the car. The man followed them. Moments later, a woman nicknamed Hollywood approached the man and asked him what was going on. He hit her in the face and continued following the group to their car. When Dominique, Precious...
God damn, what is they hitting these bitches for? They ain't even did shit. And I noticed something like all of the real hood ass bitches, they don't never got no ass. You ever notice that all the real hood ass bitches don't never have no ass? Like Katie got bands and them, like them real hood ass, down ass, like street ass, tough ass hoes don't never got no ass, bro.
And Christian made it to their car. Precious noticed the man holding a gun by his side. He approached her and Christian, who were on the passenger side of the car, and told them to hurry up and leave. Dominique was standing on the driver's side and told him to calm down, and they were leaving. The man then walked around the car, approached Dominique, and pointed the gun at her head. Another man who was standing nearby grabbed him and told him to relax, but was pushed away. Christian ran to the other side of the car and got between the man and Dominique. He then motioned to a group of men that were standing across the street. The men ran to the car and one of them got between the gunman and Dominique and separated them at arm's length. He tried to calm the situation, but his pleas fell on deaf ears. Moments later, the gunman pushed the man out the way, aimed the gun at Dominique, and opened fire, hitting her in the neck. Dominique started running and the man shot her 2 more times. She stumbled a few feet and collapsed on the ground. The shooter then fled the scene. 911 was called.
This is why I be saying niggas out in Cali is pussy, bro. I don't care what nobody say in these comments. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. It's a lot of pussy ass shit that go on out in California, and a lot of faggot ass shit too that go on in California. I don't be getting it, man. I'm lost. I need some help. But as far as like shooting this young woman, I don't see what the fucking point was. Like, he just really didn't have to do that at all. Real talk, you overpower her either way it goes. So you could have just smuffed her something. He didn't already put his hands on her. Like, she ain't touched nobody. That's my main thing. Like, when a woman ain't touched nobody, or she not really attracting that energy, I can see if she was bringing it on herself, but she ain't even, you feel me? This is some goofy shit, basically. Now she done got shot for what? And this ain't even no reputation type body if she die. So, like...
And police and paramedics arrived at the scene a few minutes later. They attempted to help her, but sadly, there was nothing they could do, and Dominique Moore was pronounced dead. She was 27 years old and the mother of a young boy. Detectives arrived at the scene and began their investigation. They found that Dominique had been shot in her elbow, thigh, and neck. The gunshot to her neck was fatal, and based on the stippling around the wound, the bullet was fired from point-blank range. They then obtained surveillance footage from cameras inside the projects. The video showed an armed man following Dominique and the others to their car. Another video showed the man aimed the gun at Dominique's head. Investigators were familiar with Dominique and knew that she was a well-known member of the Denver Lane Bloods and went by the nickname Girl Mad, or GM for short. She was the sister of a well-known Denver Lane member nicknamed Baby Emac, and around the time of her death, she was in a relationship with another Denver Lane member nicknamed Baby B Brazy. A few years prior, he was charged with multiple murders.
I know what niggas gonna say, like, she gang banging, whatever. I feel that too. But it, like, to pull your gun out and, like, clap her or whatever, like, there's no reason for that. Like, I don't care how hard she was gang banging, unless she killed somebody you know. I could see that if she killed somebody you know, but you feel me, popping up at a party and then you starting some shit with her because of who she is and who she knowing, who she related to type shit. But this is why I keep saying in all of these videos, all of this shit affects more than just you feel me? Your influence on your family, shit like that, things like that affect everything around you, your entire circle. So when niggas be thinking that they just making these decisions to do for themselves and shit like that, you gotta understand it's a domino effect, my nigga.
Attempted murders, and robberies. Dominique took the witness stand during his trial and testified on his behalf, but her testimony did little to help, and Baby B Brazy was sentenced to 2 life sentences without the possibility of parole, plus 256 years to life in prison. Dominique also had her own legal issues. Shortly before her death, she was sentenced to 5 years probation after her and a group of Denver Lanes attacked a group of people with a knife. Investigators were familiar with Hacienda Village and knew that it was one of the most dangerous areas in the city. The projects are claimed by a gang called the Hacienda Village Bloods, also known as HVB. The gang was founded in the 1970s and quickly became one of the most notorious gangs in the city. The gang became widely known after helping to organize the 1992 gang truce along with the Grape Street Watts Crips, the Bounty Hunter Bloods, and the PJ Watts Crips. A study found that out of 9 of the most dangerous projects in LA, Hacienda Village was found to have the most crime. In the year 2000, Hacienda Village...
Is it just me or is they living in trailers? Am I tripping? Cause them little flat houses. These niggas, they look like they got bullet head hiding in the back or some shit. Like, hey, this is the funniest shit ever, bro. They got these flat houses and shit. Like, that's crazy. It ain't even no front porch. This look like an old folks community. This look like the shit that Ray and Claude lived on in life, bro.
Village was renamed to Gonzague Village after a woman named Ozzie Gonzague, who was known for her community work in the area. But the projects were still widely referred to as Hacienda Village, or the Hassies for short. 2 days after the shooting, investigators arrested a member of the Hacienda Village Bloods named Darnell Kelly and charged him with Dominique's murder. He later pled not guilty, citing self-defense. The Haciendas and the Denver Lanes didn't have any issues and were on good terms, but investigators knew that the murder of someone as beloved as Dominique could put them on a warpath. It took a lot of conversations and things happening behind the scenes to prevent an all-out war from happening. Darnell's trial began in March of 2023. The prosecutor during the trial was a man named Timothy Richardson. Richardson described Darnell as a hot-headed gang member and said he initiated the confrontation with Christian, Precious, and Dominique.
We don't give a fuck about Jesse Jackson Jr., nigga. What the fuck, bro? Like, I hate YouTube commercials, bro. Jesse Jackson Jr. did some fucking crime back in the day out here in Chicago. He fucked up Chicago at a point in time. Fuck out of here.
He said Darnell pulled out the gun and started giving orders, and the moment he felt challenged, he started shooting. The defense attorney was a man named Jay Keenan. He told the court that Darnell did shoot Dominique, but said he only did so because he believed she had a gun and was going to shoot him. Richardson then began calling witnesses to the stand, the first being Christian. Christian described going to the party with Precious and Dominique that night. He said everything was going well until the drinks kicked in. Christian told the court that earlier that evening, Dominique showed him a gun that she kept in her purse. Richardson then called Precious to the stand. Precious told the court that she and Dominique were close. She described going to the party with her and Christian. When asked if Dominique had a gun that night, Precious said no. Investigators didn't find a gun at the scene, in the car, or on Dominique's body.
I don't think she would have ran if she would have had a gun on her. I don't even think she would have even did all that if she would have had a gun on her. She probably would have started shooting first because she a female. At the end of the day, she'll probably protect herself for anything. It's fucked up because that nigga got like 30,000 fucking years though, like, so he can't even like come out of jail and make sure she's straight or nothing. But see, this is where the backlash be coming in on niggas. You gotta realize the lifestyle that you in and the things that you putting up for risk and grabs for other people to get at.
And none of the surveillance video showed her with the gun. Darnell took the stand and told the court that he grew up in the projects and he is a member of the Hacienda Village Bloods. He said he didn't know Dominique personally, but had seen her on social media and knew that she was from Denver Lanes.
That zesty ass picture, bro. This zesty ass picture, bro. He looked like Lil Uzi before the fame. What the fuck, bro? This is why you shouldn't let zesty ass niggas gangbang. But I feel like it's a lot of zesty ass niggas out in Cali that's basically doing all this gay ass, weird ass shit. These women hating ass niggas, bro. Weird ass shit going on, bro. I understand she was gangbanging. It come with the life and the territory and shit. But it's like, let a bitch take her out, bro. Don't you be the one to kill her. You don't gotta kill her. You could really just beat her up, but you don't even gotta beat her up because she wasn't even really on that type of tick when you ran up on her and shit. Like, niggas, this whole story is kind of confusing me. But I understand that niggas got hoods and this, that, and the third, and this is beef and this, that, and the third. But you in this little fucking trailer trash ass area and shit, and you trying to beef with a motherfucker, boy. If you don't figure out how the fuck to get yourself up out of somewhere, nigga, and be somewhere bigger. Life is bigger than trailer parks, my nigga. Like, you gotta understand, you can own a home. There's a lot of shit out here you could be doing, my nigga.
He said he didn't have any animosity towards her, and the haciendas and Denver Lanes aren't enemies, so he didn't have a reason to target her. He admitted to always carrying a gun, knowing that he wasn't supposed to because he's a convicted felon, but said it's necessary to have one to protect himself from rival gangs. Darnell then told the court about the night of the shooting. He said it was routine for him to go to the projects, and that night he went to the party. He noticed Christian, Precious, and Dominique were there.
These niggas got bars on everything. Windows, the door, the window, whatever this is. Cause that don't look like a, no. Them windows right there, matter of fact. And it's a fat ass fence around that motherfucker. This how you know it's bad in that around that motherfucker, boy. They got everything fenced the fuck off. They make it sure can't nobody get in that bitch. God damn. This is what happen when you poor as fuck, basically. And this is why niggas need to understand it's a bigger road with bigger goals if you go and focus on what the fuck you need to.
But he had no plans on interacting with them. Later that night, he saw Precious arguing with multiple people at the party and decided to intervene to keep things from escalating into a fight or a shooting because that would draw unwanted attention from the police. Darnell said he approached Christian and asked him what's going on, and he replied, "Nothing right now, just trying to get her to chill out." Darnell said he started walking away, and Precious said, "I'm not going anywhere, bitch ass nigga." He replied, "Yes you are," and then pushed her away from him. He then looked at Christian and told him to control her. Darnell said Dominique wasn't part of the initial confrontation, and he didn't have any interaction with her up to that point. A few minutes later, Dominique, Precious, and Christian started walking to their car. Darnell said he followed them to make sure they left. Christian looked back and told him they got her, while Precious continued cursing at him. He said he noticed Dominique messing with her shirt and assumed she had a gun, but didn't see it. Darnell said Hollywood grabbed him and asked him what's going on. He stopped to talk to her for a few moments, but then he noticed that Dominique, Precious, and Christian.
That's the most gangsterous all-female funeral I've ever seen in my fucking life. All these bitches is ragged up. All these bitches is like, that's crazy. Is it really that serious? I understand, but is it really that? I know it's a culture and shit, but is it really that serious, my nigga? Is it really that serious? This shit took her life. Like, that's like watching Soul Food and knowing that it's the food that killed the damn grandma. And they gonna eat the shit continuously. You gonna continue to eat this shit, bro. Just understand that.
Still hadn't left. He approached them again, and Precious started cursing at him, and the two started arguing. Hollywood approached Darnell again to see what was going on, and he pushed her away and said, "Get out of my face." He told Christian they need to leave, and Dominique chimed in, saying they were about to. Darnell told her they should have already left, and the two started arguing. Darnell said he walked to the driver's side of the car, and the argument got heated. He denied pointing his gun at her and said he was actually pointing his finger at her while telling her to shut up. A few moments later, Darnell said he noticed Dominique was holding a black semi-automatic handgun by her side. She said, "You better back up, you better back up," and he replied, "What you gonna do?" Darnell said Christian and multiple others tried to intervene and calm the situation, but he and Dominique continued arguing. Darnell said he saw her rack the gun and believed she was about to shoot him, so he pulled his gun and shot her. He said he shot her a second time because she was still holding the gun, and he shot her a third time because she had turned towards him and he believed she was going to shoot. Keenan referred to Christian's testimony and told the court that it's not a coincidence. He said Dominique showed him a gun earlier that evening, and Darnell saying he saw her holding a gun later that night. Richardson played surveillance video of the shooting for the court and said it clearly contradicts Darnell's claim of self-defense.
This was the most pussiest shit he could have did on the stand right here, is lie like this. I understand he trying not to go to jail, but that was the most pussiest shit he could have just really did. Thank God you was on fucking camera, bitch ass nigga. Let's thank Jesus. We gotta give praise, man, one time, bro, for the big fella, man.
He pointed out how Darnell went out of his way to confront the group and how he kept following them while yelling insults and making threats as they walked to their car. He said the video showed that Dominique wasn't armed and wasn't a threat. Richardson closed by saying that Darnell acted as if he owned Hacienda Village and could bark out orders to wherever he felt like, and because Dominique didn't give him the respect he felt he deserved, she deserved to die. Ultimately, Darnell was found guilty of murder for the death of Dominique Moore, as well as gun charges. On May 22nd, 2023, Darnell Kelly was sentenced to 40 years to life in prison. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, comment.
I want to say rest in peace to her, man. Y'all gotta stop with these weak ass gang names, though. I'd rather, Miss Dominique, you know what I'm saying, rest in peace. It's sad because she wasn't even that old when she basically got killed, because she was still in her 20s. It's sad that, like I said, we can't party amongst each other, we can't kick it amongst each other, we can't chill amongst each other. It can't just be like a regular little day amongst each other. It's always some bullshit. Even if I go into current, which is ain't none of this shit really too far back, but a lot of this shit is go a little further back than like, you feel me, a few years or whatever. But if I catch up to current shit, like, it's gonna be the same story. Niggas kill niggas, and it's always because of some thirsty ass nigga that's ready to just start shooting at a motherfucker for no reason, just because he want to prove something. But y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm just glad this nigga got caught, because that was the most bitches. This is the most bitchiest shit I've ever heard of in my life. I think this was the most bitch ass story ever. RIP to this young woman.
Hey, these niggas bound to attack. Gotta know your purpose, understand what work is. These snakes is lurking, observing, trying